guys, I'm Becky from Book Bite Reviews, and welcome to my Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows reading vlog. So I'm finally, for the first time ever, actually starting this before I start the book. Who am I? I don't know. But yes, today I will be starting Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I am so excited, but also so sad. I really don't want the series to be over, but at the same time, I'm ready to finally be able to say that I've read all the books and I know everything. So it's a bittersweet moment. So first, let's go ahead and show off my beautiful copy that I will be reading. And as I have been, I will be listening to this on audiobook. I do plan on one day to physically reread all of them so that I can annotate them properly this time. But for this read, I have been reading them all on audiobook and following along in the book. That's what I'll be doing with this last one. I can't wait. And as always, I will be using my awesome Owl Post Book Banditz bookmark. The link is right down below in the description and also has my rep code in it to get 15% off. I really don't have any thoughts or feelings before going into this besides the excitement and sadness. I just want to dive right in, so I cannot wait to get home from work tonight and begin the last journey. Hey guys, I'm at work right now listening to Harry Potter, currently in our program closet with all of our fun stuff. But I'm listening to Harry Potter and I wanted to update you real quick because I am so invested right now, you guys. Like, oh my goodness. It is getting so good. We are now at the Black household after the wedding. Everything is starting to get crazy. My husband and I watched the part 1 movie last night, so I'm just like all about it, like want to see how the book handles everything, because so far the book, it isn't drastically different, but it's subtly different. And right now, something really different happened. And it just really, something with Creature and his master has happened. And wow, that was not in the movies whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and keep listening, but I wanted to update you real quick because I'm just like, I'm like in a mood where like I have to read, I have to listen. So I'm hiding in our program closet, getting some work done on my Surface Pro. I just gotta listen to some more. It's just so good. Hey guys, today it is Saturday, August 31st, and this morning I finished Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This book was so good, you guys. It was way better than I anticipated. I really didn't think it was going to be that great. I loved every second of it. It was so interesting. We get so many more questions answered in the books than compared to the movies. It is absolutely ridiculous the amount of questions I had. Actually, it's absolutely ridiculous the amount of questions I didn't have after just watching the movies. I just took it at face value and was like, yep, all that makes sense. And it really doesn't. There are so many things that when I found them out in the book, I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense of why it would happen like that. It's honestly just so much better. I'm so happy that Snape finally gets his redeeming ending where we find out that he wasn't all that awful. I still totally understand that if you read the books first that you are not on Snape's side whatsoever, but I am happy as I watched the movies first that he finally had his redeeming ending. It is done so much better in the books. I really, really love the ending of this when it comes to Snape. It was very, very well executed. It is so funny the amount of things that are glossed over in the movie and quickly just like thrown together and combined in order to save time. I also just now finished watching the movie, and it's just so crazy how things happen that's not how they happened, and characters don't get all their redeeming qualities. Like, I am still so upset of how Neville gets treated in the movies. Neville is a much better character in the books than he is in the movies. He is just so much more well-rounded, so much more developed. Harry trusts him a lot more in the books, and he plays just a bigger role. The things that he's supposed to do still end up happening in the movies, but in the books it makes a lot more sense of why Neville is the one to do that. It's just... the books are so much better, you guys. They're so much better. I also thought it was very, very interesting that in the books you finally hear of this Grindelwald and you finally understand what kind of happened between him and Dumbledore when they were younger. And I also think it's so, so interesting, the character development and honestly just whole character behind Albus's brother. In the movies, he's not somebody that you like or trust. He's just some guy that we don't like. But in the books, you really understand why he is the way he is, and there's no animosity towards him, but in the movies there definitely is, and by the end you're just like, alright, he must be an alright guy. Like, it's just crazy how bad that they did his character in the movie as well. I also really, really loved the different subplots that are happening throughout this book that really are glossed over in the movie, such as Lupin and Tonk's baby, and that Harry is the godfather. It was so interesting. I really loved that at the epilogue they did mention him and that he is still a part of the family, and like, I don't think there was a single thing that was lacking in these books. I don't think that there was a single thing that I wanted more of. I mean, I want more books. I need way, way, way more books. Like, Harry's chapter has ended and I'm cool with that, but like, I want books about the Beauxbatons. I want books about the American Wizarding School. I want books about Harry's parents. I want books about Harry's kids. Like, I want it all. I know that there's a cursed child. I heard it's real bad, so I know technically I was going to read it the month after finally finishing this, but I've actually decided that I'm going to try and see the play one year when it comes somewhere close to me in Michigan, which it should be coming to Canada, I think either next year or the year after, so I'm gonna try to get tickets and go see it and then read the screenplay. I heard that if you see the play, a lot of it makes a lot more sense since you can visually see more things. Since it is just a screenplay, it is not a novel that is well fleshed out. So I think I'm gonna try to go and see the play first and then read The Cursed Child. But I do know that there is that, but it's not canon. It's not written by J.K. Rowling. It's not a full-fledged novel or a series. That's what I need in my life. One last thing I think I will mention is that I just really, really enjoyed the subplot that is brought up with the magical creatures, such as the elves and the goblins. I think it is so interesting. Like, I totally understand why the movies cut it out, because that is a really big subplot to try and include in the movies, as it really doesn't have anything to do with the main plot point whatsoever. But I'm so, so happy that we had that in the books, because it just really rounds out our characters and really shows you how well developed they are and see where they come from, because we had Ron at the beginning when Hermione came up with Spew that was just making fun of her and didn't get it and was like, this is their place, Hermione, this is how it's always been, I don't know why you're trying to change it. In this book, he is the one to say, what about the kitchen elves? We need to get them out of here. And at first, I can't remember if it was Harry or Hermione says, what do you mean? Should we ask them to help us fight? And he's like, no, we need to give them the chance to get out. And it just really shows you how amazing these characters are and their personalities. And when Harry buries Dobby and the goblin sees that and tells Harry that he is a very different wizard, that he is somebody that really cares about everyone around him. He does not just care about himself or wizards or just humans. He cares about every living creature, and these books are just absolutely magical. I have loved every second of reading these books. I have not once felt bored or anything less than 5-star for these books. It has been absolutely amazing, and I honestly cannot wait to reread them. I'm all for it. I'm definitely going to be listening to the audiobooks like all the time. I feel like I'm just gonna like constantly be rereading them on loop. And I definitely want to reread them, probably physically, but maybe listening to the audiobooks to go back through and annotate now that I think I have gotten my annotating down to a much better science than tabbing every line and page. So I will say that this book, I definitely like felt the urge to annotate, but I decided to just wait and not do it and go back through to annotate later. You guys, this was just so great. I will say that book 3, Prisoner of Azkaban, is definitely my favorite book out of the entire series. But my second favorite book would definitely be The Deathly Hallows. I love this so much. I totally understand why this is people's favorite book. This is definitely my second favorite. Prisoner of Azkaban just holds a special place in my heart because that is when everything changed for me when it came to books versus movies. That is when everything clicked and doors started opening up and subplots started opening up and just craziness erupted, is at book 3 when we really see how different the books and movies are. So that will always be my favorite book, I feel, but this is just right there behind it. Like I definitely think that if I read these books beforehand as they came out before the movies, this probably would have been my favorite book. Like this was a very, very well done last book. I really, really enjoyed this, but book 3, that's where it's at. All right, guys, well, that is everything. It is so sad that this is my last Harry Potter reading vlog. It is so bittersweet. I can't believe that I read all the books this year. I can't believe I finally did it. I can't believe I waited so long. I can't believe that I thought that the movies were so well made that there was no point in reading the books. There's a lot of things I can't believe. But what I can believe is that this is definitely, hands down, one of the best series of all time. I love Harry Potter. I love the movies. I love the books. I foresee myself, just like as I have with the movies, just every now and then just, you know, randomly diving back in and rewatching everything. I definitely see myself like that with the books. I definitely see myself re-listening and rereading all the books over and over again for the rest of my life. It's just, it will never get old. It will never be unmagical. It will never not mean something. It has just been an absolutely magical and amazing experience, and I'm so freaking happy that I finally did it. I'm so sad that it's over, but I'm so happy that I've done it. So guys, thank you so very much for checking out this video. Thank you so very much if you are one of the people who has watched all of them. I thank you so very much. I appreciate you an immense amount. Now that the reading vlogs are over, definitely be sure to leave a comment telling me what other videos you think I could make revolving around these books. I would definitely love to make more Harry Potter content, as it has just been so magical and amazing, and it definitely has a very special place in my heart. So I would love to make more Harry Potter specific videos in the future. It's not going to take over my whole channel, but, well, you never know. But I don't think it's going to, so definitely be sure to leave some ideas down below of other videos that you may like to see in the future. If you enjoyed this reading vlog, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you loved it and you want to see more bookish content from me, please hit that subscription button. And if you want to be notified as soon as my videos go live here on YouTube, hit the notification bell. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!